Hi friends, today we are going to deal with what all are the things which we are going through this course. And first one is introduction of software. Software which we are going to use here is Stat Pro. So we will be going through the general comments and general buttons and what all are these buttons are used for, and in a single session we will cover all these things. And next one is the modeling of a truss. It will be a general truss. It will be a sample truss so that we will be familiar with the software. The third one is the modeling of a 3-story building. It's a general structural steel building with deck slab using I sections, basically using I sections. And fourth one is how to apply load and how to make the load combinations manually and using automatically from the software. And also we will be going through how to apply floor finish load, how to apply live load, how to apply wall load, how to apply service load, etc. And also we'll be going through the respective codes for these values. Next one is the calculation of wind load and the application in software, and we will be using the code IS875 part 3 latest version, and how to apply that same in the loads in the software. And next one is the calculation of earthquake load and how to apply it in the software. And seventh one is the basic design criteria for structural steel and how to apply these things in the software. Design criteria means we will have to go through the code. There are some criteria for design for say for example lateral torsional buckling and bending moment, shear force, etc, etc. So before going through the software we have to go through manually what all are the things which we have to go through, so that we will be able to design the software very easily. Next one is the interpreting results from the software. We will be checking bending moment diagram, shear force diagram, deflection, and we have to interpret whether it is correct or wrong. The results which we get from the software may not be always correct, so we have to assess whether it is right or wrong, and we will be going through that in this session. And after all finishing all these things, we will be modeling, analysis and designing of a PEB structure using Indian code, and that we will fully model and we will show how to design a PEB structure, how to design a tapering section, etc. And next one, how to calculate the capacity of a weld, how to calculate the capacity of a bolt, so that it will be going to help in connection design and a base plate design. And the next session is how to export reactions from the software to Excel, and how to take the maximum values from that tabulated format and to take minimum value, and how to use for that values for connection. And next session will be a design of a simple base plate. It's a typical connection with moment release. Usually the buildings will be main buildings and all, we will be using a moment release base plate, because base plate with the moment the calculation is very difficult, so that usually people will be using this kind of connections for base plate connection, base plate design. And next one is the connection between beams to beams and beams to columns. So shear connection means there won't be any moment, first using weld and using bolt. And third one is moment connection means there will be moment along with the shear force and tension between beams to beam, beam to beam and beam to column. How to design a moment connection design, it's a typical section connection. These three things will be a typical connection, we will go in detail. And finally we will be analyzing and designing of a PEB using American code software. It will be general PEB section. we won't be going through the connections of this using American code, because the methodology of connections will be same, only the load combinations will be different. Okay, so after finishing all these sessions, I think one who covers all these sessions will be independently be able to do a simple building. Okay, thanks.